Okay, that's pretty cool. There's a thing here that says stream health, because I'm streaming this while I'm playing it and recording it at the same time, and I'll just upload this au natural. But yeah, it's like a line with how good my recording stats are, which yeah, seems to be pretty good. Seems to be kind of shiny, like it's running quite nicely. Anyway, what was I doing before I got distracted by my Twitch sort of thing? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. This is all super new to me, like having the camera here and everything. It's quite fun though. Like I started doing some research today about how to set up like a cheeky, cheap chroma key setup, like a green screen sort of thing in the background. And I looked through it, there's like, you know, these pop-up ones, and then there's ones that you can put on like a rack and clamp them and do all that sort of stuff, and they're all like super, like $300 expensive. And then I found out that you can just go and buy like green colored like craft paper that's like this sort of size, like, you know, big chunky craft paper, and I'll just rotate my desk around, which I'm not gonna like. Like, I like having my desk here like this because I can see out the window while I'm working during the day, because I work from, you know, this is where I work, and then I go and walk the dog and stuff, and then I come back and I sit down and I play video games because I'm a massive nerd. But I like to be able to, while I'm working during the day, have the window open and see out and see people coming and going, and, you know, cars and buses and all that sort of, well, there's not really any buses in my street, but, you know, cars and dogs walking by and all that sort of stuff. It's lovely to see that sort of stuff going on out in the wide world while you're stuck inside being a massive nerd and doing nerdy computer things. Anyway, so the solution would be to like rotate my desk 90 degrees, and there's a wall here, it's just like a nice blank wall next to my bookshelf here. But I could like plaster the side of that wall with this green construction paper, and apparently then I can just do my green screen with that green paper, and that's it, I'm done. I just can't decide whether or not I want to have my desk rotated just for the sake of a green screen. I mean, it'd mean that you guys wouldn't have... Wait, which way am I facing? Is it this side? Is it like up here? Or is it this side? I don't know, it's flipped around. I can't figure it out. And I don't have the preview up, so... you wouldn't have like this square of me, you would just have the outline of me. So it'd be a little less intrusive on my games and on my streams. Which would be kind of nice, really. But, I don't know, then you wouldn't have like the floppy disks on the back wall back there, and, you know, my random boxes that I couldn't be bothered putting away or throwing in the bin. I don't throw boxes away. I don't like throwing boxes away. I like keeping boxes in case... Well, what happens if, like, I want to sell my Vive? There's a box right there for it. I can just put it back in the box and stick it on eBay and done. Or, like, my monitor box up there and, you know, on top of the cupboards. I keep stuff, just in case. Just in case. What are these waiting on? We're waiting on stone. Are we out of stone? Shit, we are out of stone. Okay, well, good. Hang on. Let's... Ah, shit. That's right. Pressing 1 doesn't pause the game. Cancel removal. No, I want to cancel construction. There we go. And this... Resume. But we're going to slow down to 2 speed. And then we need to harvest us up some stone from this little pile and this little pile. A child named Furman was born. Welcome, Furman. And I think we missed out on Weave becoming an adult, which is pretty cool. And Jelineth. Jelineth has become an adult and is working as a labourer as well. Which is great. We like labourers. We do like labourers, and we like it when those labourers can later on become a teacher and a tailor and a candlestick, a blacksmith. So that's good. That's going to help us out in the long run. So let's get those labourers working to chop up some of this stone, and we'll see what we can do about getting these here new buildings online. Which is good. Good. So my bitrate is 5 about 5.5 kilobits per second. 5.5 kbps, which is pretty good. You know, I'm liking that. I'm digging how fast that's sort of churning out. I'm pretty stoked at the moment. I got a and this is part of the reason why I'm streaming, right? Because I got my my NBN came on yesterday afternoon. Finally. For those of you outside of Australia, NBN is the National Broadband Network, which our liberal, I think in other parts of the world they call them liberals, and then our liberals they call conservatives. I honestly, I'm not a politician kind of guy. I just know who is a dick. I guess our liberal government are kind of more capitalists and more sort of financial freedom but less personal freedom, and our Labour government is less financial freedom and more personal freedom, or more sort of communist, kind of socialist. Socialist is probably less not communist is probably a bad term, but more socialist. So they decided to, the Labour government decided to build this Australia-wide network of fibre optic connectivity. And I was super excited when they announced this. Hey, Gregorian is now an adult and is working as a labourer. Cool. How are we doing for food? Let's do a quick spot check. Okay, amount of stored food is looking good. Let's have a quick look. Oh, I can't see. Okay. I was going to just look at the graphs, but I can't see the graphs until I build the town hall, which is super duper expensive. So we'll get to that. And there's still a lot of people living in this share house. So what we might do is just put down 2 more houses in this row, and then we'll work out from there. Anyway, schoolhouse. Cool. We want a teacher. No, teacher. Okay, great. Anyway, so they planned out this network that was going to be basically, it would span like every city in Australia, every household in Australia would be connected via fibre optic cable right to the house, and that way it could be like, in the initial rollout that was supposed to end in like 2018, which is now, I think. I can't remember. But that was supposed to be like, okay, your max is going to be 100 megabit, and then they were going to do upgrades across the network to take it up to a gigabit, and then beyond, because it's fiber optic cable, and you can do crazy fast speeds with that. And then they got voted out, and the Conservative Party got brought in, and they went, this is too expensive. Even though, you know, they're willing to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on roads, but network connectivity, because they just saw it as like, oh, that's just like cable TV, right? It's just an entertainment system. It's not like, you know, how people like me make their living. Like, I work from home. I'm an IT guy. I work from home, and I need a good, solid internet connection. I need, you know, the better my internet connection is, the better I can work. And then the better my internet connection is, the more of this that I can do, which is like my, you know, I'm not going to say this is my job, because I have, what, at the time of this video going live, I have 32 subscribers, so this is definitely not an income. 32 subscribers is not enough for YouTube to start giving me any of that sweet YouTube money. And Twitch, well, I'm currently streaming, and, well, you know, I pinged out to a bunch of my friends and stuff. I haven't, like, advertised this. This is kind of more just me experimenting. But current viewers is 0. Because, well, I didn't tell anyone. And I only just opened the account yesterday because that's when my NBN came on. That's when my outbound bandwidth, instead of, well, put it this way, my upload speed now is twice what my download speed was before. It's 40 times what my old upload speed was. It's insane. So, anyone who says the NBN is a bad idea, go shit in your hat, because this is awesome. I love it. Anyway, where are we? What's going on? I've just waffled for I don't know, how long was that? Like 10 minutes? I just blathered on? Yeah, about, about 10 minutes. We got some peppers coming up here, which is great. We got some squash doing its thing. We got, this boarding house is way too busy. Ferding and Hedwina, they need to, like, eject, because Jelineth is a builder now. She's, like, a legit adult person. So she should totally GTFO from the boarding house into a new house of her own ownership. It looks like, though, are we choking on... Yep, we've run out of stone again. So let's get some more stone gathered up, and we'll just, like, grab a whole bunch of this stuff here. And then there's all this shite here. Like, I'll tell you what, we'll just slide that through there. But we're going to need to be lickety-split on this. Darvel has become a student. Awesome. So we have 2 students. Oh, wow. Michael, Darvel, Arthenia, Egbertha, and Jacquelina has become a student as well. Which is pretty rad. And I think my dog just heard something. He just suddenly sat up. No? You gonna start barking? You gonna be a good boy? Yeah, good boy. Do many other streamers and YouTubers have dogs that constantly bark and cause problems during their recording? I've never seen any. I feel like maybe they're more professional than I am, but never know. A child named Ella was born, which is awesome. We always need some more dudes in this place, and the reserve of stone is low, which honestly, look, that's kind of something we should be used to by now. We're probably going to need to consider getting a mine at some point. And we actually, the cool part about this, or a quarry I should say, yeah. Used to mine stone from the ground, quarries cannot be removed once placed. So the cool thing about this quarry is that it can pretty much go anywhere, and it's just a big old hole in the ground that people... I will put it right next to the boarding house, that'll be nice. The only problem is, it's a huge big thing, and it takes flippin' ages. Like, it's not like this constant steady supply, unless you've got, like, 10 dudes working the thing. So, it's, yeah, it's a little bit fiddly. It's a little bit of pain in the jacksie. It looks like food is kind of stabilizing upwards at the moment, which is good. I mean, we're harvesting at the moment too, which is probably like 90% of that. But the food is climbing. So it was sort of hovering around the 1100 mark before, and at the moment it's climbing quite nicely. It looks like it's about to sort of... Because we're ending summer now, we're about to head into autumn. And so I guess we should probably end up on about 2000 before we hit winter, which is pretty damn respectable, really. I'll tell you what, let's pop in an orchard as well. We'll have 2 orchards. We'll have 2 by 10. We'll have like hedgerows. We'll have one here, and one here, and one 3 by 8. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Pecans. And we'll have a pecan. And that's being removed. And we'll have some pecan pies. And some pecan pies. And some pecan pies. Now, that has raised a bit of a problem. I mean, 2 problems with this. Liberty was born. A fresh child in our town. Born and raised in this filthy place. Never to know a day without horrible loud rain. What was I saying? Right, so with the orchards, like, they're really good because, you know, they're relatively low. Like, they don't need to be really tended and weeded like normal fields do, but they still need someone assigned to them. So I guess what I can do is... No. Let's... Okay, let's tune these down. And then tune these 2, 3, 4. What does this do? What is that number? Total number of workers in this profession. Oh, shit. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Alright, so this... We'll set that to 0. What have I done? Of 1. I only want one person doing this. Okay, cool. So let's just... Oh, that's like a shortcut to the farmer notch here. Okay, alright. I'm gonna stop pushing buttons now. So we've got 2 fields that are, or more accurately, 1 field and 1 orchard, which are not being used. Let's just... Sorry, mate. Get out of that one. Go back over to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, well... Honestly, these fields are probably a little bit too small. Now that I look at them. But I want like hedgerows around my fields. I think that'd be pretty. Anyway, the long and the short of it is, with the orchards, like, they need a dude, but they don't need as much tending, and they don't need to be like harvested and ripped down once a year, which is kind of nice. I tell you what, let's get because I'm worried about tools and warm clothing. Let's get the farming back down by 2, and we'll get 1 tailor and 1 blacksmith? Blacksmith. Okay, great. It's been a while. You know when you play a game for long enough and you're just like, oh, yep, that's there and that's there, and click, click up, yep, I know where everything is. You know, there's certain games like that where, you know, like Windows Server, where the buttons are just like, I know where everything is without even having to really look for it. But when you haven't played a game for a while and you're kind of unfamiliar with, not unfamiliar, but it's been a while since you had a crack at that game. It's been a while since you poked and explored, and you know, you find yourself sort of going, is it this? Is that the button? Oh god, I don't. So that's what I'm currently doing at the moment. It's been so long since I played this game. Oh yeah, and you can rotate. Oh, I forgot. Ah, shit. Let's go there. Okay, we'll get that sort of a bit more of a, or should it be? No, I reckon this way. A bit more isometric. A bit more of a sort of SimCity sort of feel going on. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, alright. Is it my imagination, or are we only going to be planting pecans at the moment? I kind of feel like... Oh, shit. It's already entering winter again. Well, that wasn't the greatest. In fact, that was pretty dumb on my part. Oh, no, we've got 1 farmer getting some squash underway for us, which is kind of nice. I mean, we're going to need, you know, at least some bloody squash. Oh, look! All these are growing! Oh, and 2 over here, which... We decommissioned that field, even though it's already been planted. Okay, cool. So, we've got our leather coats being made with leather that we're getting from the hunter's cabin, which is kind of nice. We've got 2 hunters there. We might be able to, like, prune one of those down eventually. We have some iron tools being made, and that's pretty much... Oh, no, we can make steel tools. That's right. We can make steel tools if we have coal. Or... let's see. Where would it be? There's a new thing that I found. This is a new mod. A charcoal pit. Which is, as far as I'm concerned, absolutely ballin'. So what we're going to do, because there's a gap here, we'll pop it out behind... Yeah, we'll like put it behind the blacksmith. So it's like, you know, that's set up as part of the blacksmith's shop, right? And we'll run this little road out like this. We'll run it all the way down and connect it there. And we'll run one this way. And then let's extend this stockpile. Yeah, look. We'll have a little one. I'll have a little one in here as well. Wait, that work? No. I have a little one here as well, just so we can have... Do we get to say what goes... Shit, that one didn't go in either. Alright. Do we get to say what goes into a stockpile? I don't think we do. It's just whatever they want to put in there, I guess. Okay, so this... Oh, yeah, this is... Shit, that's ready already. Okay, so this thing... What we can do is we can pull one person off another job. Who can we do without? How are we doing for food? We're doing okay. Okay, let's pull down one of these farmers. Okay, pull down a farmer and we'll go for a... This is the first time I've used this, so this should be fun. And then we'll switch this out. How many tools do we have? We have 52 tools. Holy shit. Let's make steel tools, boys. Yeah. Okay. So we'll set that to that. That won't be doing anything at the moment because it's maxed out. Wow, it's fit up. Shit. Dude. These two guys have just churned through and got us from like... We were down to like less than 10 of each of those objects. Ah, cool. And this guy takes firewood and puts it into the charcoal pit and turns it into coal. Or charcoal. That's rad. Hey, we've got some new children. We've got a child named Murto and a child named Glindsay. Welcome, Murto and Glindsay, to the world, where you will probably... die of starvation. So, the boarding house is now empty, which is excellent. And these houses are all chock-a-block, which is, you know, not so excellent, but that's fine. We can have people living in places. I feel like we need... We're going to need some more... Let's see, how old are our childs? We have... Alright, Robertrand and Gregorian. Well, they're of the same family, so they're probably not going to hook up. Darvel is a student. Their 17-year-old teacher, awesome. Jacquelina is a student. We've got Egbertha is a student, 14. Just kind of looking at the ages of these children here. So I think it's like 16 or 17 that children then become... Like, they graduate from school and become an adult. And at that point... We've got all these children, like a female child, and that's already a real well, actually, right. Jaleneth is 18 years old and still living... Oh, no, wait. That's Weave. So she and Weave are hooked up. Okay, cool. Where's another student? Male student, Egbertha, right, 15. And then Makel, 15, female. They could totally hook up. Make some more babies. And keep this place all populated up. So, I reckon we need another stack of houses over here. But this time, alright, so that's 1, 2, 3. I think that should work. And then we'll have another in services here. Another cheeky little well. Oh, yeah. Cheeky little well. I promise never to make that noise again. Okay, and then we'll have another house and another house. We only have one builder, but that's cool. That builder can just sort of churn through. I need to figure out a better solution for my microphone. Because I have to... Okay, that's better. I don't have to lean forward to see what's going on here. Do we have a stone road up here? This can be like the rich people section. Yeah. No, you know what? I'm pretty sure we don't actually need to spend all of our stone on a road. We have precious little of it as it is. Probably best if we behave ourselves. Felector. No. Felector has become a student. And Wilbernelio has become a student as well. So we should have like 8 students now, right? 7. Okay, cool. That's pretty rad. Like, to get a school down this quickly, I usually wait quite some time before plopping down a school. Just because I'm lazy. I'm super lazy. But yeah, just because I just don't usually fucking bother. What we got here? We got 49 iron tools and 3 steel tools. So this dude's sort of backed off again. The old charcoal burner is cranking away to make some fresh charcoal for us. And we currently have... Question mark? Shit, medicine. That's a problem. Alright, we're gonna need a herbalist. And ideally, we want that herbalist to be, like, not in this area. Because there's too much stuff there already. We want them to be, like, here. So, let's go with... Is it this one? Yeah. Okay. Didn't I say I was going to make that noise again? Okay, so... I seem to have fucked up the road here somewhat. But that's cool. So we'll just pop this guy like this. That should be a large enough coverage. I guess it's when I did this diagonal road, I must have like done a little extra little floobly-doo on the bottom of it there that just got in the way. Okay, so we're full on firewood, we're full on warm clothing, and we're full on tools. Can we make... Oh shit, we can. We don't have any wool though, which is a bit of a shame. Darvel has become a labourer, which is ace. Welcome aboard, Darvel. I look forward to seeing what you can do for everyone. I kind of feel like these orchards were a bit of a reach too far. A bit of a stretch too far, because our food is not doing terribly well at the moment. Darvel, go and be... a gatherer?